Alright everyone, this is a little bit of a different video today. There's no heavy editing, there's no live commentary, it's just a story about my YouTube channel. So it has now been 6 years or 2,190 days since I first started my YouTube channel. I'm 21 now, so I was 15 when I started. I remember sitting in a classroom a little bit before I started making videos, and I think this was before the Destiny hype was kind of picking up steam, and I was sitting there with a classmate of mine with this little red pamphlet or envelope or journal or something. I don't know exactly what you would call it, but I was looking at PC parts and calculating how much money I would need for a good PC. Now I planned on earning that money by working at Baskin-Robbins. Unfortunately, when I asked, they said no. That was in 8th grade, and by the time 9th grade rolls around, I went to a school that was middle school and high school combined. So I'd been there for a few years, but for 9th grade, a new kid came to our class and we hit it off and we ended up becoming best friends, and he told me all about a new game that was coming out by the people who made Halo. Keep in mind, I had a PS3, so I didn't play Halo. And so he showed me Destiny, and I was hooked immediately, and I was on the hype train from that point forward. I spent around a year and a half watching Dado videos and more console videos that kept me updated up until the point of the release of the game. And I was so interested in it, and I loved it so much that I actually wanted to make a YouTube channel for it. So considering I was on the Destiny hype train long before the game came out, I first started by making videos for Call of Duty Ghost or Ghosts. Is it 1 or 2? I honestly don't know. So the Call of Duty videos obviously did horrible. It was a bit oversaturated. But then Destiny comes around and I start making videos on it, and I wasn't seeing immediate success, but they were at least doing better than the Call of Duty video. It was so awful at first, and I was so embarrassed while I was recording them. Here I was, the tall, kind of athletic person that was playing sports, and I was sitting up in my room making goofy little videos where I was talking about video games. If you don't think it probably sounded cringe, here's a clip from one of my first videos.
This is just a quick little update / thank you video. I just hit 900 subscribers a couple days for that. I don't even know what I'm saying.
And I felt so embarrassed recording these in my own home that I used to record them with a headset like you'd normally wear while playing because I didn't have a microphone. So I would intentionally wear the headset around my neck at the base of my neck so that the ear cups weren't on top of my ears so I could listen and make sure that nobody was coming upstairs. Ideally, I wanted the house to be completely empty. I wasn't allowed to have my setup in my room, so my setup was downstairs in the living room, and I recorded onto our family laptop that we use for school assignments, and then to edit them, I took it all the way back up to my room and recorded and started editing. Over time, I kept improving and learning new things and getting a little bit more comfortable recording videos. And I started out doing a lot of educational commentary things because from year one till whenever I was pretty good. And I really went through many different eras, I feel like, of my YouTube channel. In year 1 and year 2, it was either high kill gameplay or serious competitive gameplay with tournaments and whatnot. Moving into year 3, I tried to inject a little bit more of my personality into my videos because I've always been very goofy, and though that was moderately successful and I feel like people liked it a lot, it was kind of a generic take on those live commentary videos where it was just using whatever music was popular and just the typical like Black Ops 2 trolling music, and it just got a little bit stale. And then obviously Destiny 2 came out and flopped pretty hard. There's nothing to make videos about. So then I had my phase where I streamed on Twitch. I was streaming Fortnite on Twitch. I ended up getting signed to 100 Thieves. We all know how that worked out. And I spent about a year and a half, maybe 2 years streaming Fortnite on Twitch. And then finally, about a year ago now, I came back to Destiny. I was really enjoying it a lot. I was streaming it a little bit, and I was working on like building my character up and getting stuff unlocked so I could compete. And I was playing it. I think I played in like a total of 1 tournament, but I was playing competitive matches or scrims all the time. But then Trios came out for Fortnite, and I wasn't streaming it, but for some reason I continued to compete in it. So I had one foot in content creation for Destiny, and then the other foot was in competitive Fortnite, which I was no longer streaming. And at that point, I was already kicked out of 100 Thieves. And things were kind of just in limbo for 4, maybe 5 months. And then around December of last year, I just figured, what am I doing? because I can't do good in anything if I'm dividing my time so thinly. I had school, I had competitive Fortnite, and I had content creation. And what I decided is I would completely get rid of Fortnite and just focus on school and my YouTube channel. And at first I thought all I had to do was repeat the same formula that I had used a few years before. I made sure I was watching old videos, making sure that I did the exact same type of edits. I used the exact same music, and I didn't grow and I didn't change. And that was evident in how people liked the videos. They were cool at first because it's like, oh, this guy's back from after 2 years. This is great. But then you realize I'm just doing the same old thing. And from that point, I really tried leveling up what I was doing this year, 2020. And without further ado, let's hop into some PvP. I started using a lot of sound effects. I started playing with a lot of different video effects. Group. Yeah, I know. They're a bit much. In what were once simple videos, over the course of the last 7 months, I've tried to one-up myself every time. I mean, admittedly, not every single time, but editing gets boring when you're doing the same thing, you're using the same sounds, the same video clips, the same memes, because they stop being funny and they stop being fun to make. So I keep trying to add new things and learn new things, and that's made it exciting, but it's also made it take a lot more time. So much so now that it's taking like 8 to 11 hours to finish one video. And in case you're curious, this is what it looks like in my video editing software. It gets complicated and it definitely takes a lot longer than it used to, but I feel like it's a lot more fulfilling when you try some new effect and you finally learn how to do it. Like, I've been trying to do that Mario 64 ripple thing for the longest time, and in my last video I finally nailed it. But the thing is, I spend nearly all of my day editing. This is summer break and I go back to school in like a month or something. I'm a college student, and I know that I'm not going to be able to do the same stuff I'm doing now when school starts and still get videos out pretty much every day. I think I've also been focusing a little bit too much on Destiny stuff. I tried integrating other things for a while, but lately I've been so fixated on all my Destiny videos because of how long they've been taking to edit, and making sure that I keep up with everything and my videos are performing as usual, that I've neglected dabbling in other games, because I have wanted to make videos for other games. I want to make like a Valorant video here and there. I wanted to make a Rust video, but I just haven't found myself with the time to do so. So I guess my question is, what all are you guys interested in? I know what I'm interested in, and I feel like you guys will enjoy the type of video, because the main appeal of my videos now compared to then, it used to be the gameplay. I'm pretty bad now, so I feel like the main thing is the editing. So that's why I've been trying to build this thing, because my goal is that I want to be able to play whatever game I want and still have the same, like, it's still the same experience for you. Like, it's very, you enjoy each video the same, whether it's game A or game B, because I feel like there's a lot of channels out there that I've watched that it's the same way. It doesn't really matter what they're playing, and that's kind of what's inspired me to take my editing game to the next level. I'm also gonna get a new camera and get my camera set up in the new place. For some reason, when I moved and I set up my setup, there's just no space for the camera to do a little bit more face cam videos like I did when I caught the like Destiny streamers cheating and whatnot. So just mixing it up a little bit, and I kind of got caught in the loop where I was just doing weapon video, and then now I'm kind of back on the horse where I'm doing a few weapon videos. They're like my bread and butter, kind of like filler content, but then I also am making sure that I'm integrating unique stuff that I know will be really good content that's exciting to watch, like unlocking Whisper, the Gambit LFG experience, things like that, doing raids with the Redeem guys. Things like that I feel like are important to incorporate. I've started rambling a bit now, but I guess what I wanted to say is I wanted to show you all how long ago I started this, and where I started compared to where I am now, and kind of what I plan on doing in the future. There will be more pre-roll ads, as in there will actually be some compared to the 0 that are currently happening on the channel. I think that's important because I don't want to feel pressured to upload videos that suck. And when you have people sponsoring videos, it gives you a little, you can kind of rest a little bit, and you can know, okay, it's not a big deal if I take one extra day on this video, making sure that it comes out perfect, because I don't feel the pressure to upload every single day to the point where I'm pressuring myself to ship stuff out when it's not ready. Well, I guess the bottom line is thank you so much for supporting me over the last 6 years. Some of you have been there since the beginning, which honestly I find incredible, because if you look at my stuff then and my stuff now, it's like it's two different people. So thank you to them. Thank you to everyone that supported me on Twitch in my 2 years that I was on Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. And look out for new stuff. I'm going to be trying to experiment with new games, especially new games like Ghost of Tsushima that's coming out. I think recording kind of like Donkey style videos for those games will be so much fun. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that. I personally would love doing that. I think that guy's hilarious. And yeah, I mean, that's it. Thank you so much. And we'll return to the regular programming tomorrow in my next video. So thank you a lot, and I'll see you next time. Peace.